Hey, Cowboys Nation. Welcome to your ultimate destination for all things Dallas Cowboys. From the latest news, game analyses, rumors, to deep dives into player performances and strategies, we've got you covered. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a play. Let's dive into everything you need to know about America's team. AMARI Cooper has been spotted arriving at the Cowboys headquarters. And let me tell you, the atmosphere around the facility flipped instantly from routine to electric. People close to the organization swear they saw that unmistakable combat-focused walk he has, the kind that says a deal is not only close, but practically wrapped with a bow. Word is that the contract on the table stretches for a solid 4 years, and although no one is saying anything officially, everyone is whispering. Folks in the parking lot, employees grabbing their morning coffee, even a couple of interns pretending not to eavesdrop have confirmed the same thing. Cooper showed up with purpose. And when a player of his stature walks into a building like that, with that kind of silence and confidence, it usually means something big is brewing. The Cowboys front office has been buzzing quietly for days, and insiders suggest that this moment was anticipated, maybe even choreographed, to send a message across the league. Not a loud message, but a bold, calculated, strategic whisper that the organization is not here to play around. It feels like the kind of move that shifts the tone of an entire season before it even begins. Inside the building, you can almost feel the tension mixed with excitement, like everyone is trying to act normal but failing miserably. People are walking fast, but talking slow, afraid of saying too much too soon. Some staffers claim that Cooper's representatives were already waiting inside a private conference room, the kind decorated with championship photos and decades of history staring down from the walls. It is the perfect room for a moment like this, a room designed to remind players of the legacy they are stepping into or recommitting to. Sources close to the negotiation describe the atmosphere as quiet but confident, which is usually code for we already know how this ends. There is a sense that both sides have been ironing out the final details for days, possibly weeks, leaving only signatures and handshakes left on the agenda. And when whispers spread through the halls that the pen had been placed neatly on the table, aligned perfectly with the paperwork, people started exchanging looks like they were witnessing the birth of a new era. Even the security guards by the main hallway reportedly stood up a little straighter, as if history might stroll past them at any moment. Outside, the fan base exploded the moment photos started circulating online. Nobody knows who took them. Maybe a lucky bystander, or maybe someone accidentally on purpose positioned at the right spot. But as soon as the first blurry shot of Cooper stepping out of a sleek black SUV hit social media, the Cowboys faithful absolutely lost it. Comment sections became a battlefield of excitement, predictions, and theories. Some fans claim that Cooper would not show up at the facility unless the deal was all but finalized. Others insist that the team must have offered something extra to seal the agreement, something that convinced him that the next 4 years would be more than just another chapter. The hype is real, the anticipation is real, and the idea of Cooper returning in star and silver colors has people dreaming big again. You can practically feel the collective heartbeat of the fan base rising as they imagine what this move means for the offense, the chemistry in the locker room, and the overall power shift in the league. Even rival fans have begun paying attention, grumbling under their breath, but secretly acknowledging what this reunion could spark. Every rumor now feels like fuel tossed onto a fire that was already blazing. Back inside headquarters, rumors continue to swirl about a private meeting that reportedly took place earlier in the day. No one has confirmed who attended, but insiders are whispering that key members of the coaching staff were present, along with high-ranking executives who rarely gather unless something significant is happening. Some claim that the meeting included a highlight reel presentation, showcasing Cooper's most iconic plays in a star and silver jersey. Others believe the meeting focused on future strategy, mapping out how his presence would be integrated into the broader offensive landscape. Whatever the truth is, people leaving that room apparently wore subtle smiles, the kind that say everything without saying anything. And when those same individuals refuse to answer even the most harmless questions from employees passing by, the speculation only intensified. Everyone inside the building seems to understand that silence is part of the game right now. Too much talking could spook the deal or disrupt the carefully crafted narrative the organization wants to project. But the silence itself speaks louder than any press conference could. It says that something big is unfolding behind closed doors, something worth protecting. Meanwhile, Cooper's arrival has already impacted the locker room, even if he has not officially stepped back into it. Current players are reportedly texting each other nonstop, sending cryptic emojis, short messages, inside jokes, and hopeful reactions. Veterans are said to be thrilled at the idea of having a playmaker with Cooper's route-running precision back in a mix, while younger players supposedly see him as a mentor figure who elevates the standards simply by existing in the same building. One player reportedly said that the team feels different today, and while no one knows what that means exactly, the emotional shift is hard to ignore. It is not often that a single arrival can flip the energy of an entire roster, but Cooper is not a typical player. He carries a presence, a calm intensity, a quiet confidence that younger players look up to and veterans respect deeply. And when word trickled out that his locker might already be prepared, clean, polished, fully stocked, it sent chills through the halls. Even if nobody will admit it out loud, everyone knows that a prepared locker rarely means just visiting. It usually means getting comfortable. Fans around the city have already begun gathering outside iconic Cowboys landmarks, even though no official announcement has been made. Some brought signs, some wore jerseys, and some just wanted to feel a part of what many are calling a turning point moment. Taxi drivers, restaurant owners, barbers, and random passersby are reportedly discussing the same thing. If Cooper signs for the rumored 4 years, this franchise could be making one of its boldest statements in a long time. The excitement is contagious, swirling through neighborhoods like a gust of wind carrying good news. People are telling friends, friends telling relatives, relatives telling anyone who will listen, until the entire city feels wrapped in this electrifying speculation. Even those who pretend not to care are peeking at their phones every few minutes, waiting for that one official notification. And while nobody wants to jinx it, the collective belief is building, growing stronger by the hour. You can feel that something is shifting, something bigger than a contract figure or a roster move. Something that speaks to identity, ambition, and a renewed hunger for greatness. Rumors have now begun circulating about a controlled media setup happening somewhere inside the building. Some say that lights and microphones were being adjusted, while others insist that a backdrop featuring the iconic star was being aligned perfectly for photo opportunities. The tech team, normally relaxed and joking loudly, was reportedly working with a level of precision rarely seen unless preparing for something major. These details might seem small, but in the world of sports news, they carry meaning. When the cameras get polished and the branding banners get centered, it usually means the organization expects to capture a moment worth broadcasting. And even though the team has not said a single word publicly, their actions behind the scenes are creating a clearer picture than any statement could. People are whispering that the media room is on standby, that the lighting has already been tested on the podium, and that staff members were instructed to stay close to their stations. It is the kind of preparation that screams announcement incoming, even if no one is ready to say it out loud. Right now, the silence inside the building feels louder than a stadium roar. There's also talk about Cooper's mindset, something insiders often hint at but rarely discuss openly. People close to him describe him as thoughtful, analytical, and deeply committed to the craft, the kind of player who studies the smallest details and treats every route like a science. If he chose to walk back into the Cowboys headquarters, it likely means he sees a vision, a direction, a purpose that aligns with his own goals. And that possibility is what really has fans buzzing. They're not just excited about the talent he brings, but about what his decision implies about the franchise's internal trajectory. Some believe this move signals a renewed trust between players and management. Others think it reflects a strategic shift in how the team intends to build its identity moving forward. Whatever the interpretation, the idea of Cooper returning sends a ripple of optimism across the fan base. People are imagining new play designs, revitalized chemistry, and a more complete offensive unit. And while all of this is still wrapped in rumor, the energy behind it feels real enough to touch. Even local analysts, who usually tread carefully around unconfirmed news, have begun hinting that the signs are too strong to ignore. Several well-connected voices claim to have heard the same quiet suggestion from different corners, that the deal is essentially done, waiting only for the final signatures. They talk about the organization's long-term vision, about stability, about building pieces that fit together seamlessly, and Cooper's name keeps coming up as a fundamental part of that puzzle. The idea of committing to him for 4 full years has analysts discussing the broader implications for roster construction, cap maneuvering, and team culture. Some even speculate that Cooper's presence could attract additional talent, players who value consistency and leadership. And while nobody is willing to state anything conclusively, the overlapping whispers are getting harder to dismiss. When analysts start lining up behind the same narrative, it usually means the smoke is coming from a very real fire. The only question now is when that fire will finally break into open flame. As for the front office, people are whispering that the energy has shifted dramatically in recent days. Executives have reportedly been moving with heightened focus, making precise, deliberate decisions that seem to indicate a broader plan unfolding behind the scenes. Meetings have reportedly run longer. Calls have reportedly been more frequent. Windows that are normally tinted with caution now seem to glow with ambition. And through all of this, Cooper's name has hovered in the air like a promise waiting to be fulfilled. Some sources say the front office believes this move could redefine the team's direction, anchoring the offense around a player who understands the system, respects the culture, and brings a level of professionalism that resonates throughout the locker room. This is not just a signing rumor. It feels like the early steps of a long-term blueprint, one that aims to build momentum piece by piece. And while the details remain hush-hush, everyone watching from the outside can sense that something important is happening behind those closed doors. But before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the Dallas Cowboys. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments as well. Meanwhile, the city continues buzzing with speculation. In sports bars, people lean over their drinks, whispering theories, debating possibilities, and imagining scenarios where Cooper's signing marks the beginning of a new chapter. Conversations spill into parking lots, grocery stores, gyms, and office spaces, creating a chain reaction of excitement that refuses to die down. Some longtime fans compare this moment to past franchise-defining moves, describing that same gut feeling that something significant is taking shape. Younger fans, who grew up watching Cooper's highlights, speak with a sense of nostalgia mixed with anticipation. Everyone has an opinion, everyone has a theory, and everyone seems certain that this moment is bigger than it looks on the surface. The city feels united in suspense, collectively holding its breath as it waits for confirmation. And while uncertainty still hangs over the rumor, the belief behind it grows stronger with every new whisper. In the midst of all this speculation, one thing has become crystal clear. The Cowboys headquarters has turned in the epicenter of the sports world's latest, juiciest rumor. Every small action, every half-closed door, every quiet hallway exchange is being dissected like a clue in some high-stakes mystery. And the star of that mystery is AMARI Cooper, walking back into the building with that steady stride that fans know all too well. Whether the signing becomes official in a moment or remains a rumor for a little longer, the impact has already been felt far beyond the walls of the facility. People are energized again. Hope is rising again. The sense of possibility feels bigger, brighter, and more tangible than it has in a long time. And even though no announcement has been made, the arrival alone speaks volumes. It whispers of ambition, of unfinished business, of a partnership that might just be ready to write a few more unforgettable chapters over the next 4 years. Finally, the speculation surrounding Brian Burns has taken on a life of its own, transforming from a simple rumor into a narrative that captivates fans, media, and insiders alike. Conversations suggest that the potential signing is not just about improving a defense, but about making a statement, signaling that Dallas is serious about asserting authority, dominance, and strategic supremacy. Fans are imagining dramatic plays, headline-grabbing sacks, and pivotal turnovers that change the course of games and perhaps even seasons. Analysts weigh in on every angle, from defensive schemes to psychological impact, imagining how opponents will react to a defensive force capable of shifting momentum at will. Locker room whispers, social media theories, and media speculation all converge into a whirlwind of excitement, anticipation, and debate, reinforcing the sense that something monumental could be on the horizon. Every rumor, leak, and insider tip feeds into a larger story, one that suggests the Cowboys are on the verge of redefining defensive football in a way that is both thrilling and intimidating. As fans imagine the possibilities, one thing is clear. If Burns joins Dallas, the league may be witnessing the start of a new era, one defined by fearsome defense, strategic brilliance, and a team ready to assert dominance like never before. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the Dallas Cowboys, please subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. We always look forward to your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.